Today I want to show you how to make the best beef patties for beef burgers, what you actually can get. You need mince. Don't buy the mince but it's too lean. You need always fat because the fat is a flavor and that is actually quite nice. Then you need coriander, thyme and rosemary, fresh ones preferably, and 4 onions, sugar, salt and so on. Is anyway normal. So, and we start with the preparation. So first we prepare the herbs. You take the rosemary and you take all the stalks out. See it like that. If you have like really big stalks, don't throw them away because you actually can put them in a deep freezer and use them later on for as a skewer, what is actually quite nice. Then I have a look, do I have a bigger one? Like this one. You leave the tip on. You only take the, that didn't work quite nice. I'll try it again. It only actually works with when you have like very big ones. You leave the tip on and you take all the rest off. And this one you can actually take for the next barbecue to actually put like meat on there and whatever. It looks very nice and it also gives a little bit of flavor. So, but with these ones they're actually too small, so you can't do that. So I think that is enough from the rosemary. Now we need the thyme. When you have very young thyme, so when the stalks are not very hard, only chop them apart, that is fine. When you see that the stalks are apart, only take the leaves and only the young twigs. When it's like too thick and too hard, the stalk, take that out, because otherwise you have these stalks in the burger and that is quite hard to actually bite on. It's a little bit of a work, but it's really worth it to take the fresh thyme and not the dried one. So, and I think there's also enough time now for around about 2.5 kilograms of beef mince. So we have now the rosemary and the thyme. So to actually release more of the flavor in the herbs, I prefer to put it a little while in boiling water. That also, when you have, especially for the thyme, little strokes in there, they make it very soft. So it's not it's not uncomfortable to have them in the burger if you have some stalks left. You only take a normal bowl and hot water and you dump that all in. There we are, but don't use my fingers because it's really hot. And you already smell that. It's an awesome flavor. And you also see then the green color is coming out like crazy. It's like really a very bright green what you get when you put it into hot water. Only leave it there and put it by side and we carry on with the rest. So we carry on with the onions, to cut the onions. I put the mince back into the fridge, so always be careful with, especially with mince. Try to keep it as cold as possible. So when you actually don't work with the mince now, put it back into the fridge and done. Because you don't want that it goes over 9-10 degrees, because then the bacteria grow is quite hectic. So you want to have it as cold as possible. The best thing on that is make the onions in there. You need round about, I take normally a big onion like that for 500 grams. So we have 2 kilograms of mincemeat, so it means 4 onions. And you slice them very, very finely, that you don't have like huge pieces. But you still want to have like a little bit of a bite from that. There we go. And we make the same procedure with all the 4 onions. So I chop the onions now, and they're ready. And because raw onions are not very good for your stomach, so it's much nicer for you when you fry them beforehand. And I always like to fry them with the herbs. They're still sitting on the side here in the now warm water. You only fish them out, so like that. And you also see, when you try it by yourself, the smell is amazing. Herbs actually release all the flavor and the oils when you put them into hot water. It's absolutely crazy. Only try to chop them as fine as possible here, that you don't have like big pieces in there, because both herbs, like rosemary and thyme, are very hard. So, and that is fine. So now we combine everything and we fry the onions and the rosemary and the thyme together in a pan with butter. The pan is now heated up, not too hot. Only put it on a low heat, because you don't want to brown the onions. You only want to soften them. So we leave the onions now on a low heat for around about 2, 3, 4 minutes. So until they're soft, but definitely not brown. So the onions are softened now a little bit. You see there is no color at all. You only want to have it heated up and that they become a little bit translucent, but you don't want to have any color. Now is the point to actually add the chopped herbs, the rosemary and the thyme. And you're going to heat that one up for also around about another 2 minutes roughly, so that the herbs and everything comes so together. So the onions and the herbs are now in for another 2 minutes, and they're ready now. You want to cool them down as good as possible, and the best is put it on a tray and that they cool down also as quick as possible, because you don't want to add the hot onions into the raw mince. So always try to cool them down and wait for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then we're done. The onions are fried now, including the herbs. I took now the mincemeat out of the fridge. Unfortunately, I have only that size of bowl, but it's much easier to see because it's the biggest glass bowl what I have. So it's a little bit too small, but I think it do the trick. We add now 2 eggs, some breadcrumbs, plus the onions and the rosemary and thyme mixture through with the mincemeat, plus a little bit pepper and salt. That's it.